Me and a friend were talking yesterday about monkism. You know, there's a beautiful set of books by Deng Ming Dao, The Wandering Taoist. Beautiful. I loved reading those because it took me back to those lifetimes as a Taoist, as a true searcher for something outside the fallen, crazy civilization at the time. Hummingbird shows up here. He's actually sitting on a branch right outside my window. Yes, the pure energy, the power of beginnings and freshness and hummingbird. This is the innocence I'm going to talk about. So all this, whether it's alchemy with heavy metals or sexual, magic rituals with the Taoists, or certain forms of learning Qigong and breathing and isolation and meditations, Taoism used everything. Beautiful, right? So all this old way was that we became monks. We separated out from the world, right? Even Jesus had to teach that. He said, leave your father and your mother and follow me. Leave your stuff, leave the world. You cannot serve both God and mammon. You got to either choose me, God and true source, follow me or the world, So that was the model for thousands of years on earth, that we had to choose one or the other, right? So what I'm experiencing and seeing now with clients as well, I've mentioned this in other videos, I've had several clients recently that have been monks for 30 years or monks in other lifetimes, and they feel very strange about, why am I in this world? I thought I had abandoned, renounced, have vowed to be a sannyasin or a monk, to not be part of this crazy, ridiculous mind insanity of marriage and death and intrigue and all that stuff that just leads nowhere. It's just chaos and households of chaotic energy all the time till people get sick and die when they're in their 70s or 80s. So a lot of people are wondering, why am I back into this? Because the real task now is to come back into the world. But here's the difference. All those teachings, even the beautiful Taoist teachings and yoga and all this, all of that is in a sense missing the human element. Emotions and innocent heart. Playful love, innocent heart. So these advanced Taoist monks, circulating the inner circuit, the golden child, being able to leave the body at will through this meditation technique, put all your energy and then pop out of the top of your head, the power to leave, right? Incredible wizardry. Incredible powers, occult or natural powers in a sense, but that have been developed through technique, not through spontaneous being given to you by the universe because it loves you, right? So the next step, a lot of us are back to become now the innocent human again. Become you as little children. This is the next step. All the sacred knowledge, secret occult teachings, secret yoga methods, secret Taoist practices, Qigong, all this stuff, yes, it's all true. But at a certain point you have to jump off or release yourself into innocence, into the heart, into spontaneous generation, into spontaneous happening, occurring, yes. And so even in these very sacred traditions, the martial arts, shamans, ayahuasca shamans in the jungle that are doing it through warriorship, they learn all the plants, they learn all the plant spirits, they learn about power and darts and control and draining energy and manipulation and wizardry and shamanism and sorcery, right? All that stuff will dissolve, destroy itself. You can have all that knowledge, but it's not complete. Even the most wizardly wizard, Merlin, was undone. I'm telling a deep story now. Merlin, the story of King Arthur, all that is true. Avalon, read the Mists of Avalon if you feel drawn to that. There's as close to the true story I've ever felt. Even Merlin, the magic magician, am I allowed to tell this, Merlin? Even he was undone by heart. Morgana was able to imprison him in the cave by him hoping for heart, hoping for having a blind spot because his heart wasn't developed. Don't we have the most trouble with heart. Romeo and Juliet. Double suicide, right? It's not a good ending. Heart, romance. That's where we get hurt. Heart hurt most. So the heart is in most need of getting back to its principalship. It is the central chakra. On the cross, it is the center point. Vitruvian Man by Da Vinci, center point. 3 chakras above, 3 below. As above, so below. The heart center is the key, the unlocking key center. Notice, now we're going rapidly from ancient to modern. Iron Man, yes, the movie. Notice that it's all about his heart problem. He tries to protect himself with all that iron, and through his humor that will solve it, but he still hasn't solved the heart. The unlocking the keys to a heart. And an artificial heart will never do. So, the conundrum is then is to reopen the heart, rework with the heart. And this is what every master, Krishna and Jesus especially, come to set that in place, right? Krishna through 3,000 gopis, milkmaids, whew, there's an orgy, right? God has an orgy with all our hearts. And in Krishna's case, with the bodies as well, right? Solomon tried to copy it with his 3,000 wives or whatever, but he was doing it through magic. Krishna did it through heart. Jesus does it through heart. That's the next place. So get a start on your heart. Jumpstart your heart. Theheartenergy.com is my contribution to learning to approach safely in a way that you feel safe with it, starting to work with the spinning, rotating torus fields of the heart. And the easy way is just to open your feelings again. Get real with your feelings. You're gonna be heartbroken. We're all heartbroken. No matter how fancy your monk technique, your Taoist yogic, you're able to leave your body at will at death, it is not complete. All that warriorship, it's over. The age of the warrior is over. The Mayans say the 5th age will be the age of flowers. Flowers are pretty much love. They are exploding love. Flowers are the orgasm of the plant kingdom. Feel that? Flowers are the penultimate expression of the plant kingdom. Beautiful. So all the warriorship, all the wizard teaching, all that stuff will not be enough to move into the innocent world. And so all teachers have come to show us that the heart, playing his flute, dancing with the girls, Krishna. Jesus speaking directly about the heart, the loving heart, the open heart, the sacrificing heart. You know, and you can debate whether he did, you know, what he really came for or not. But this has to reopen in ourselves. And that doesn't mean it's all namby-pamby sweetheart. That's not what this is. Real heart can be very, very angry. In fact, a lot of people that have looked like very bad characters in history, Hitler, right? Charlie Manson. God bless these guys. They're souls, they're pieces of us. They have to be recovered at some point. They are denied heart, very sensitive heart. Hitler got hurt as a kid, shamed, da-da-da. His heart got terribly shamed, so it turns into the black heart. It's Mordred in the King Arthur story. So the rescuing the heart is a primary objective. Not just surviving, making yourself Iron Man, making enough money. Come on, it's a cliche. Old dead men with lots of money and cold hands. I mean, the Eagles song is about that. Your lion eyes. You know, give yourself to the man with the cold hands because he's got the money. It's a dumb old system. So we've got to restart. There is no way except through the heart. There is no way back to Source God except through the heart. Why? Because that's the design. That's the original design of how we function. The heart is central. That is the current design for this galactic civilization of humanoids. So that is the only way back, and that's why every teacher will say that. There is no way to except through me, Jesus says, as he's merged with this heart. He's speaking from that place. Yeah. All right, enough preaching for one day. Thanks so much. If you're interested in some of the writings, Awakening Souls, Listening to the Sun, it's the same book. Only buy one of them, 2 different covers. Don't tell Amazon. It's so hard to play outside the paradigms a little bit sometimes, right? All right. Thanks so much.